Attention to all proud members of the Indian Army, Navy, and Air Force. If you're looking to understand how to legally reduce your tax burden this year, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll walk you through the key income tax deductions and exemptions available to defense personnel for the financial year 2024-25, including allowances, housing benefits, medical claims, education support, and more. This guide is prepared to help you make informed financial choices. While every effort has been made to ensure accuracy, please remember this is for general informational purposes only. For personalized advice or the latest official updates, do refer to the Income Tax Department's official website at incometax.gov.in. Now let's get started and discover the tax benefits you've rightfully earned through your service. Indian Jai Hind. Income tax deductions and exemptions for the financial year 2024-25, especially for defense personnel. Indian Navy, Indian Army, Indian Air Force. New tax regime. Select new tax regime when your gross salary from all sources is less than or equal to 775,000. New tax regime. You can select the new tax regime as mentioned in the image. Exemptions in old tax regime. Old tax regime. You can select the old tax regime as mentioned in the image. Section 10(5), Leave Travel Concession Assistance, no limit. Section 10(10)(a), Commuted Value of Pension Received, no limit. Section 10(10)(aa), Earned Leave Encashment on Retirement, no limit. Section 10(10)(c), Amount Received Receivable on Voluntary Retirement or Termination of Service, no limit. House Rent Allowance. Section 10(13)(a), Allowance to meet expenditure incurred on house rent as per limit. Select place of work. Enter actual HRA paid. Enter actual rent paid. Enter basic salary. Enter dearness allowance. Enter 50%, 40% of salary. Only for defense personnel. Rule to BB of the Income Tax Rules, 1962. Specifies which allowances under Section 10(14)(I) and 2 are exempt and the maximum limits of such exemptions. For armed forces personnel, the following allowances are covered under Rule to BB with fixed monthly limits. Compensatory Field Area Allowance, FA, 2,600 rupees. Compensatory Modified Field Area Allowance, 1,000 rupees. Highly Active Field Area Allowance, 4,200 rupees. Counterinsurgency Allowance, 3,900 rupees. High Altitude Allowance, 1,060 rupees, 1,600 rupees. Island, Remote Locality, Allowance, 3,250 rupees. Note: these exemption caps are the same across all three services, Army, Navy, Air Force. The names may differ, but they are matched functionally in purpose. Transportation Allowance. Transportation allowance is partially exempt under Section 10(14)(2) of the Income Tax Act, but only in specific cases. Here's a breakdown. Uniform Allowance. Section 10(14)(I) of the Income Tax Act allows exemption for special allowances granted to meet expenses, wholly, necessarily and exclusively, in the performance of employment, including uniform allowance when it's mandatory for work. Rule to BB 1(f) includes uniform allowance in the list of prescribed allowances eligible for exemption, subject to actual expenditure incurred. Children's Education Allowance. Check out the table to know about the Children's Education Allowance. House Loan Tax Benefits. ATC. Principal Repayment. 1,50,000 rupees year. Includes payment towards home loan principal, stamp duty, and registration charges. Must be for a completed property, that is, construction must be complete. You must not sell the property within 5 years of possession, else the deduction claimed gets reversed in that year. House Loan Tax Benefits. 24(b). Interest on home loan. 2 lakhs rupees year. Loan must be for self-occupied property and used for purchase or construction completed within 5 years. For rented or deemed to be let out properties, there's no limit on interest, but loss from house property set-off is capped at 2 lakhs rupee per year. Excess is carried forward for 8 years. If the construction is not completed within 5 years, the limit reduces to 30,000 rupees. House loan tax benefits. 80E. Additional interest, deductions. 50,000 rupees. Extra 50,000 rupees per year deduction for first-time buyers. Loan must be sanctioned between 1st April 2016 and 31st March 2017. Loan amount less than or equal to 35 lakh rupees and property value less than or equal to 50 lakh rupees. 80EA. Additional interest, deductions. 1,50,000 rupees. Extra 1,50,000 rupees per year interest deduction. For properties less than or equal to 45 lakh rupees and loan sanctioned between 1st April 2019 and 31st March 2022. Deductions in old tax regime. 80C. Maximum deduction 1,50,000 rupees. Available in old tax regime only. Includes PPF, ELSS, EPF, life insurance, home loan principal, tuition, etc. Lock-in period. For ELSS, 3 years. Proofs required? Yes, for all investments expenses claimed. Warning sign, notes. Times no deduction is allowed beyond 1.5 lakh rupees, even if total investments exceed this limit. Times some of the above items, like tuition, home loan principal, are expenses, not just investments. Times Section 80C is independent of other sections like 80D, medical insurance, or 24B, home loan interest. 80C. Defense people do not have any policy or document identification number. So they can fill it as AFPPF, Indian Navy, AFPPF, Indian Army, AFPPF, Indian Air Force, NGIS, Indian Navy. This will help the income tax team to know about the data very quickly. 80CCH, Contribution to Agnipath Scheme. Section 80CCH. Eligible persons, only Agniveers enrolled under Agnipath Scheme. Deduction allowed for Agniveer plus government contribution to Agniveer Corpus Fund. Deduction limit, no upper limit, 100% of contributions deductible. Regime applicability, available in both old and new tax regimes. Additional benefit, over and above Section 80CA's 1.5 lakh rupees cap. 80D, deduction in respect of health insurance premia. Check out the table for more data. What is not allowed? Premium paid in cash, except for preventive checkups. Insurance for siblings, in-laws, or other relatives. Group insurance paid by employer, unless you pay extra personally. 80G. Donations to certain funds, charitable institutions, etc. Defense personnel can claim their Benevolent Association fund in this column like Indian Naval Benevolent Association donation for Indian Navy people. 80DD. Details of deduction in respect of maintenance including medical treatment of a dependent who is a person with disability. 80DDB. Medical treatment of specified disease. 80E. Interest on loan taken for higher education. 80EEB. Deduction in respect of purchase of electric vehicle. 80TTA. Interest on savings bank account. 80U. Details of deduction in case of a person with disability. Relief under Section 89. When you receive salary in arrears or advance, Section 89 allows relief by spreading the income over the years it belongs to. This prevents a sudden spike in your tax slab. To claim this, you must fill and submit Form 10E while filing your tax return. And that brings us to the end of this detailed breakdown on income tax deductions and exemptions for the financial year 2024-25, specially tailored for the heroes in uniform, the men and women of the Indian Armed Forces. Whether you're with the Army, Navy, or Air Force, knowing your tax benefits under the old regime or the new regime can make a major difference in your financial planning. From allowances to housing loans, from education to health insurance, every section counts, and every exemption helps. If you found this video useful, do hit like, share it with your fellow servicemen and women, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more finance and benefits related updates made just for you. Indian Jai Hind. and thank you for your service.